So here I am at SSM Health Hospital. I'm gonna head to the fitness center, the Zone, to have a good workout with my friend Spencer and go through the first day of Spencer's healthy living. So here we are at the fitness center at the hospital. So let's go in, have ourselves a good workout. Let's go.
Here I am at the Zone with Mr. Grant Monnier. Today, we're doing actually a 6-week weight challenge. And this challenge is really specified how to get out of our comfort zone. Because this challenge, it's quick, but it's going to be a way that we're going to be losing a lot of weight in a very quick time. So the first thing that we're going to be talking about today is weight loss. And that's very important because a lot of people in today's society have a little bit of extra weight, and that's okay. Number 2 is going to be food and water. Actually, about 80% of people don't get the adequate amount of water because usually you need about half your body weight in ounces for water. And since we're 80% water, we're being 70% water, that means our brain, our heart, everything needs to function with water. So water is so critical. Okay, so usually what I prefer right in the morning is we have a water bottle, and then we have this lemon that I usually get right at Costco. So this usually has about 50 lemons in one bottle, roughly. And what's super cool about this is you just put a little bit in, and this gives you magnesium. Another thing, if you follow me right here, is this is the juice that I like to use, just put a little cranberry juice for my antioxidants in the morning to give me a little boost. Because if you're usually drinking a gallon of water, you're going to dehydrate yourself pretty fast. And then the last thing is pink Himalayan salt. So this is really good salt. It's the best bang for your buck, usually, and it has everything besides iodine. And this is really critical to get that salt and all these antioxidants and magnesium in the morning to start your off day perfect. Have a journal. Some clients maybe not like that, and that's okay because it's a little bit more work. But for me, if we can have the consistency and understand that there's going to be some days that you want that donut and you look at all the wins you created through Monday, Tuesday, through Thursday, and it's on Friday, and you see those wins, it's going to be a lot easier to extinct that problem and maybe substitute it with an apple or some sort of other sugary good substance that's actually made from the ground. Number 3 is going to be the measurement and the weigh-in. So that's going to be because in order to really get where your goals are at, you have to measure it. No matter what it is, you have to make a critical measurement and also really figure out where it is. Because, Mr. Grant right here, he's got a lot of good muscle mass already on him. So what we're really going to do is we're going to do more of a hypertrophy and a Tabata series. So it's going to be very quick, very fast, but it'll be a lot of weight. And at the same time, we're going to meet a person where they're at. We're not going to just go gung-ho. So every client has a different set of tools and insights that we're going to use. And I can't wait to show you these amazing things in the 6-week challenge. Sorry, you look pretty good for 261. So that's a good sight. It's not like you're really obese. You're actually looking like it looks pretty good on you. And so what we're going to do is but like anything, we'll get it done. Cool. Usually lose 5 to 10 pounds pretty fast because that's only 5% of your, sorry. And number 4, I want to show you the equipment. All right, Mr. Grant, you ready to check out the equipment?
Yes, I am.
Let's do it. Perfect. Sure. Right. So Mr. Grant Monnier is already in the workout action. And before we start, we're going to talk about the 5 principles of the 5 major muscle groups. So number 1 is the chest muscle. This is the biggest muscle on the upper body. And the more muscle we can build, the more calories we burn.
So do we warm up before we start? Do we stretch?
That's a great question, Grant. For me, as a personal trainer, I like to do a nice warm up with the rower because it's a great piece of equipment where it only takes about 4 minutes at tops and you're already having a good sweat, so you're already limber. For me, some people like to stretch beforehand. I may do it if I have an injury, but I like to go right into the weights right away at like 50% max and then start to build up slowly. And as you can see, what Mr. Grant Monnier is doing right now is he's using his quads, he's using his hamstrings, and he's pulling through. So Grant, when you're coming through, what I want you to do is I want you to use your back. I want you to pull through your back and use your arms as a lever. Just like that. Nice. Because what a lot of people mistakenly do is they want to pull with their arms, which is fine, but you can tire yourself out. So you want to pull He's using all of his body parts right now. And what he's doing a great job of is he's keeping his arms here. He's not pulling them in, but he's using it as an anchor. This is what I do with my clients right here. And as Mr. Grant, he's kind of breathing a little heavy, but this is the best pre-workout warm-up I love because it gets all of your body parts right here. And it has a lot of major resistance. How you feeling, Grant?
I feel great. So my main concern, Spencer, is my chest. I want to get this down, get more muscle onto it.
For sure. And what a lot of clients usually tell me is like, Spence, do I have to just do chest in order to lose the weight on my chest? And that's actually not true. Like the rower that we just did, it requires all your body parts, which means you're actually losing that much more weight in the process because of the afterburn effect. However, more importantly, what I tell my clients is, as long as you're pushing the weight and you're using consistency and you're not drinking like all the soda, you're going to lose that weight pretty quickly. Right now, he's doing the chest workout. And as you can see, even through his shoulders, and a good philosophy I always tell my clients is always squeeze the orange. So when my hand's right here, he's going to squeeze his pecs together and he's going to try to touch my fingers just like that. And what that's going to do is it's going to isolate those pecs and it's going to keep that pressure. And what he's doing good is he's slowing his way down the process.
So which one of these should I use?
That's a great question, Grant. So for a lot of people, they like to use this one. But for a person like myself who's had an injury with their rotator cuff, I actually recommend this one right here. Okay. Because usually when you start, it's going to put a lot of pressure right on that rotator cuff right here. Because usually your rotator cuff actually has all the mobility. And the more mobility you have in something, the less stability it actually has. All right, and you can see he's about 40 pounds right now. He's looking good. And what's going to show is the anterior delts, the pectorals, but more importantly, if you have any questions, you know, the personal trainer, it'll show you why and the how and how to use this piece of amazing equipment at the zone. Nice, Grant. How you feeling?
I feel good.
Sure. As you can see, this is the seated row, and Mr. Grant Manier is pulling through. And what a lot of people kind of forget to do is they're actually pulling with their whole arms. And what Grant's doing great is he's leading with his elbow. That is so critical in any movement.
So which one of these should I hold on to?
So Grant, that is a great question. As you can see in this piece of equipment, this one is going to be doing more of lats, whereas this one is going to show the traps and the rhomboids, and most importantly, the posterior deltoids as well. So as you can see, Mr. Grant is doing the different view of this, and he's going to actually feel it. Where do you feel it more, Grant? Do you feel it more on the traps right here?
More in my upper arms.
Okay, and so that's where actually a lot of it comes right from here, the forearms, because this is a different grip, so you have to lock it in. Is it challenging, Grant?
No.
Good. Questions I have with my clients is, what weight should I really start at? And every person's different, but for Mr. Grant Manier, he already has a good structure. He has a good body for this amazing weightlifting program. So for him, 40 pounds is a great starting mechanism for shoulders, for biceps, for any of these pieces of equipment. And as you can see, Mr. Grant Manier is going to do the And what Grant is doing great at is he's coming all the way down. But if we're making one connection here, Mr. Grant, is I want you to try to squeeze my fingers with your back, just like that, right there. You have to go all the way down. You can just get it right to your shoulder blade. Yep, right there. Perfect. Good movement right there. Nice. Because a lot of what people do is they want to pull it down like this, but instead you're just bringing it right here and you're squeezing the fingers. So this is a body weight exercise piece of equipment. This is actually one of my favorites because for me, in particular, as a personal trainer, I actually like body weight exercises. So for this one, as you can see, there's a weight on this side. And since I weigh about 180 pounds, I'll probably put it to 85. So that means I have about 100 pounds of resistance that I will have to use. And since for me, I don't have the best rotator cuff for dips wise, this is a great piece of equipment for my rotator cuff, because my rotator cuff is not as strong as my other body parts. And then you can go to this one as well. This is a beautiful piece of equipment where you can do different variations. And this is actually also a great bicep. workout too, coming from here. Or we can make it a shoulder workout, coming from here. So this is a very good piece of equipment that is vitally underused. All right, Grant, you ready to give this bad boy a shot?
I have never seen or tried anything like this, so wish me luck.
All right, Mr. Grant, before we go on, we're going to put it down just a little bit.
Okay.
There we go.
So I just do this.
Yes, sir. Just like that.
Not going. Okay.
There we go. Oops. That's okay. That's fine. Remember, the dips are one of the hardest, so it's not that big of a deal. So I usually don't let my clients do this one in the beginning, but this is a great startup to let him gradually assist to get up to this, because this is a great starting point to see where he's at and slowly build up to give him that confidence. So Mr. Grant Monnier is doing a great job using this piece of equipment. I love to use this piece of equipment for my pre-workout, for putting a little bit incline to get a good sweat before I like to do weights. Or if I'm not doing weight day, sometimes I'll put it up to 10% and I'll go up to 4 miles an hour and have a great session. For a lot of my other clients who may have joint problems or fragile bones, this is a great non-impact workout where it won't hurt their knees or any of their joints, and it will just do the same thing as a treadmill, except just more conveniently. He's doing it right. You can go backwards, you can go forwards. You're always kind of just messing with that system. Their body adapts pretty quickly. So having what Grant's doing right now is perfect.
Hey, look. The TV turned on when I pedaled.
It means you're working out pretty hard, Grant.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
I feel great.
That's good to hear. All right, you ready for the next piece of equipment?
Yeah.
Let's go.
What is this called?
Okay.
So what is this called?
So, Mr. Grant, this is actually called the step machine. It's pretty self-explanatory because what you're doing is like a stairs. Okay. So it's the stair machine. So as you can see, 2 of these here, what you can do is you just step on that so you can get on top, just like that. Right foot, left foot. Nice. And then you're going to press that green button right here. Otherwise, if you want to, you can put your weight in. You can do everything else to give you more of a car. This is a great way to figure out where you're at right now. And as you can see, it's on its lowest setting at the moment. And so it's on level 1. So if you ever wanted to put the level up, you can press it right here for more levels. Right there. There you go. And wherever you feel comfortable at, Grant, that's where you can stop. So if you feel like level 2 is not enough for you, you can always go up to level 10 or level 5 or level 3, whatever you're feeling. How are you feeling right now?
A little nervous.
Yeah, it's a little nervous, yeah. How's your breathing? Now, another thing, Grant, that I really recommend is you're always going to push through the heels of your feet. Because that's where you're going to get like the glutes, but also the hamstrings. Because what happens, a lot of people always push through the tip of their toes, and that requires a lot more of knee pressure and a lot more knee pain for people. So I always tell my clients to push through the heels of the feet. And I know it's a little harder since you can't get your whole foot on there, but always just trying to mimic like squeezing your glutes and using your hamstrings to push yourself up. All right. So Mr. Grant Monnier over here is doing the biking machine. This is actually, I actually do triathlons, so biking is a great way to burn those calories. Also, I like to do it with the older population of my clients as well, because it's a non-impact workout. It's going to burn those calories, it's going to form those leg muscles, and it's a great way to get those calories going. How are you feeling, Grant?
Pretty good.
Pretty good? Nice, nice. And since Grant's feeling pretty good, maybe we could up the level by 1. And it's always great to just test yourself, even by putting the level up just by 1. How you feeling now, Grant?
Good.
Good, good. You can always put up 1 more level up. There you go. As you can see, Mr. Grant is on level 5. He's getting those legs working. Another good thing about this is our legs actually have our biggest muscles. So the more we define those legs and the more muscle mass we put on, the faster you're going to burn those calories and the faster you're going to lose that weight. SciFit machine right here. And what this kind of works on is his arms, but also his legs. You okay, Grant?
Yeah, hit my leg there.
Oh, sorry about that. And as this machine goes, we're going to put it on a quick start. We get to continue here. And then we'll put a level 4.3. And so this is getting his legs and arms at the same time. And this is a great for the older population, but also someone's age as Grant or me in their early 20s. As you can see, Mr. Grant is doing the hip abduction machine. As you can see right here, that's what it's called. And this really forces you to squeeze those legs, and it builds the groin string up, but also it really keeps everything limber and strong. So when you're ever doing an exercise like running, you're not going to tear something or you're not going to get cramps as much. All right. All right, as you can see here, Mr. Grant is doing the hip abduction instead of the hip adduction. And so as this piece of equipment is doing, he's actually doing the opposite, where he's hitting this part of the leg and he's using it this way. And what that does is it builds its glute, but also the hamstring. How you feeling, Grant?
Good.
Good, good. As a personal trainer, I like to make their life just a little bit more variety. I won't say difficult. So as what Mr. Grant's gonna do right now, one more time, Grant. You lift it up, now hold it for 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, slowly bring it down. 3, 2, 1, up again. 3, 2, 1, and slowly bring it down. And now do 2 fast ones. 1 and 2. And the thing as a personal trainer is you always want to change it up because our body adapts very quickly. So as long as we're changing it up, that's going to be the key to muscle growth. All right. This is good. So this is the seated leg curl. Nice job of readjusting, Grant. Good, good. So what you want to do first, you did that good too. Nice. And put all the way down, squeeze it down, just like that. Perfect. So a lot of people usually in this piece of equipment called the seated leg curl is they feel quite a bit of pressure on the quads. So what Grant's doing really good is he's keeping just a little bit of space so he doesn't feel like it's just constricting his legs. Another thing that he's doing really well is he's squeezing those glutes. So Grant, when you're coming all the way down, hold it for 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and slowly bring it up. Nice. One more time. 3, 2, 1, slowly. Grant, how are you feeling right now?
Good.
Good, good. And so as you can see, he's adapting to these workouts, and that's awesome. He's not breathing too heavy, and he's concentrated. Right. I have no idea what this is, but let's do it. All right, so Mr. Grant is doing the new step here at the zone. As you can see, this new step really works on using those obliques. He's pushing and he's pulling, and a lot of pieces of equipment don't really have this besides the rower over there. All right. Hey, Grant, how you feeling right now, brother?
This feels good. It's making me sweat. I really needed this.
Absolutely, my man. Because it's not just... And you can see he's drenched right now. You already see sweat coming down. The benefits of sweating are it's great for your body to get those toxins out of your body. So Grant, after workout, how are you feeling mentally and physically at the moment?
My muscles hurt. My body's sweating.
Yeah.
But I really needed this.
Nice.
Thank you,
nice.
Spencer.
Anytime, brother.